I now call and invite Peter Travis to say a few words.
An áthas orm bé an teánach agus sinse ceall luú agus an ómas a hort do bhí se na bhalig an takeíocht a hort don na fur agus na manana croga a chríide in airí amach níhé is a siéide. My name is Peter Savage and I'm the coherent of Louth County Council and I'm from Cooley in North Louth. I can't claim to have had anyone associated with the volunteers, but I can claim to have had a granduncle, Peter Thornton, that travelled the mountains of Cooley and South Almaugh with Frank Aiken, and was also jailed in Dundalk jail. I wish to welcome members of the Oireachtas, councillors, Joe McGuinness, Director of Louth County Council, but representing the CEO, Joan Martin, here tonight. Fergal Quigley from the Department of Arts, Heritage and the Gaeltacht, and of course all of the relatives who are here to receive commemorative medals on behalf of their families. Tonight we're honouring the volunteers who marched from Louth at Easter 1916. Martin Luther King said, and I quote, "Freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed." It is because of such a situation that we're here tonight to honour and commemorate the brave Louth volunteers, your relatives, who put their lives on the line for Ireland 100 years ago this weekend. The largest mobilisation of volunteers outside Dublin came from County Louth. Their orders were to mobilise on Easter Sunday morning, meet up with the Meath volunteers at Tara, where the proclamation was read. They were then to proceed to Dunboyne, and having joined up with the Dunboyne volunteers, they were to seize the Blanchardstown Railway and cut the line there to prevent the English artillery coming from Athlone. The Louth volunteers made it to County Dublin and took over Turlstown House and remained there awaiting orders. Attempts were made to meet up with Thomas Ash's Fingal Brigade, but Ash was captured. Although the Louth volunteers did not experience open combat like the Dublin comrades, they were the first volunteers to mobilise. They did not recognise the countermanding order. They put their lives on the line for Ireland in what they believed. They were the last volunteers to demobilise, and they were the only active unit not to surrender to the British forces. This commemoration presentation is only one of many commemorative events held throughout the county during the current year, but bearing in mind the significance of the date, the 24th of April, this weekend is particularly significant, with events being held at many centres in Louth. The event is part of Ireland 2015 programme and reflects on the themes of remembering, reconciling, presenting, imagining and celebrating. The 2016 programme is a year-long series of events and activities. Engaging with local groups and individuals throughout Louth has been an important part of the process. This weekend sees ceremonial events in Dundalk at 10:15 in the Market Square, Drogheda at 3 p.m. outside the council offices in Ferris Street, where formal commemorative events will take place, focusing again on the remembering and honouring of those who took part in the Easter Rising. We also invite the relatives of those who took part to attend and participate. Louth's commemoration, including exhibitions on key figures and events of the Easter Rising, music and theatre performances. Louth County Council has worked with the local Tidy Towns Committee in the planning of community gardens and tree planting projects. Indeed, the 7 trees for the 7 signatories will be opened on Sunday in Hallinstown at 12 noon and a later date in Carlingford. The Joseph Stanley 1916 garden will be opened at 12:30 by the Mayor of Drogheda, Paul Bell, at Buttergate in Drogheda, and the Thomas Clark 1916 garden will be opened at the Fair Green at 11 a.m. on the 6th of May, while plans are underway for a tree planting project in RE. I'd like to thank the Consultative Committee for their help and support in drawing up the Louth 1916-2016 programme and for their enthusiasm in carrying out these projects. The committee will forgive me if I mention the tremendous amount of work invested in the project by our county librarian Bernard Fennell, for whom I think a round of applause would be appropriate. For anyone that doesn't know, she has the white jacket here in the middle of the fourth row from the top. I'd like to also pay tribute to the following: to the chairperson, Pádraig Agnew, who designed the 2006 military medal; Alan Bogan for the research he carried out; Noel Agnew for his liaison with the council; and Marcus Howard, independent filmmaker. The committee made application back in 2015. They were successful and received funding for the 2016 medal. The project was made a success with the hard work of the aforementioned committee members, who were determined to honour the memory of the relatives of all those from County Louth. Another applause to the hundred. In conclusion, I would like to thank you all for being here, the relatives for coming, and through them, the people who are prepared to die for a cause in which they believe. Thank you very much.